Have you ever tried to meditate and feel like that you weren't either doing it right or you weren't quite sure how to do it? Today we're going to talk about meditation and the importance of meditation and how to make it easy, how to make it manageable. Because I've discovered, meditation isn't what you think. That's a fun little phrase someone taught me once and it really helped me. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brian. Welcome back to the forest. I'm glad y'all are here with me today. And I created this channel because I want to help people have more gratitude in their lives. In November 2024, I had a medical emergency and I nearly passed away. And I know the power of gratitude definitely helped me not only survive that experience, but also helped me find the strength to get better, get healthier. So I think gratitude is so important. So I'm glad y'all are here, and today we're going to talk about meditation because it can be challenging, people think at least, but I can show you some easy ways to do it. And I'm going to start out, the benefits of meditation, of course, are, you're more relaxed, you're calmer, you're more focused, it helps your nervous system. I find that I also interact with other people better when I'm in a more mellow kind of state, and meditation definitely helps me get there. So there are lots of benefits to meditation. I started meditating in my early 20s. Now, I started going to a 12-step program. And I don't know if you all have had experience with 12 steps. You've probably heard of it or you know it really well. And the 11th step is sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood him or her. And so at that age, I started studying that step. And the idea of prayer and meditation made a big impact in my life. And the way they explained it to me was that prayer was kind of like talking to God, and meditation was listening to God. And so, again, take what you like and leave the rest, of course. And when I talk about God, we can talk about different types of things, whatever applies to you. I know not everybody believes in God. But as we're going through this, you can substitute whatever you want to. Gratitude is something that I like to focus on, of course. So improve my conscious contact with God. So I was praying and I was meditating, and it really made a big impact on me. And the reason I mention that is because years later, when I've had my circle of friends, my buddies, they've wanted to meditate, and I explained to them that concept of prayer and meditation. And to make it really simple for my buddies who had a hard time kind of even with the concept, I said, just break it down to 5 minutes each. 5 minutes of prayer and 5 minutes of meditation. And we call it doing the 5 and 5. And so that's the biggest thing is my buddies were able to do the 5 and 5. And we would check in on each other. Hey, did you do the 5 and 5 today? And how was your 5 and 5? And so, it was really cool because everybody was doing the 5 and 5. And so there's that prayer and there's that meditation. And we'll focus on the meditation part today. And there seems to be like two different kinds of meditation that you can do, at least for me. I've done both. And there's one where I focus on something. When I first started meditating, I would focus on, you can focus on affirmations, you can focus on concepts like live and let live, let go and let God. And so when I would meditate, I would just kind of recite those in my mind and kind of let myself think all the time about, live and let live, live and let live, live and let live. And that was kind of like my prayer part. And meditation too was kind of just reciting those, focusing on that and just letting my mind kind of relax, and you can do that on so many different levels. You can focus on your breath. A lot of people like to do that. I currently have a subscription to that Headspace app, and I like using it because it's all about mindfulness. I think mindfulness falls into that, the mindfulness meditation. Focusing on your breath, focusing on different parts of your body. That's an easy one that you can do. Even if you have an Apple Watch now, they have that little button where you can do mindfulness and just focus on your breath for 1 minute, and it helps you be centered and balanced. And I really love that. And so sometimes I'd focus on music. I'd play music in the background and I maybe light a candle or something, and that would help me. So that's about like the focused meditations that you could do. The other type of meditation that I like to do is sometimes referred to as open awareness. Um, and that's where that quote, somebody told me that a long time ago, meditation isn't what you think. And I like sometimes when I meditate to not think, just let my brain get completely empty. And when I do that, you just feel so much peace, there's so much calm. And for me, with that prayer and meditation part, the praying to God and then listening, in those moments when I quiet my mind and I listen, it's amazing the kind of wisdom that pops in my brain. I've had so many profound ideas that just pop in my brain when I'm quiet and I'm meditating. Or sometimes I'll have revelations about my own life. If I've been struggling with something recently, in those quiet times of meditation, I'll get answers to those problems that I think I wouldn't have thought of on my own. I really believe that when you quiet your mind and you connect to that, whatever you want to call it, the universe, your higher self, God, Holy Spirit, when you connect to that, you have that consciousness, that awareness, and that's when I feel like that you're able to receive wisdom and knowledge from outside yourself. I love it. I think it's really good. I prefer to do the open awareness, but sometimes it's easier to start with the focused. It's easy just to focus on a candle or something. And that's the thing is, it's progress, not perfection. It's something you have to practice. I encourage you to start with that 5 and 5. If you have a challenge meditating, start with the 5 and 5. Just go out, be out in nature. Nature is a great place to meditate. And come out in nature and and when you say prayer, if you don't believe in God, just think about gratitude. Do a little gratitude. I'm grateful for these trees. I'm grateful that I'm alive today, that I woke up. I'm grateful for the abundance of air that I'm able to breathe. Just use gratitude as that prayer, and then just quiet your mind for 5 minutes and just listen. Maybe you're listening. I can hear some cicadas buzzing right now and some birds chirping. And the end result is you're just going to feel so much better. You're going to feel quieter. And the thing is, it's a forgiving practice. You don't have to do it every day. If you forget a couple days, if you forget a week, if you forget a month, it does help as you build up. But if you forget, it's always there waiting for you. So I encourage you to do that. Maybe find a place that's kind of sacred to you, that means something to you. Maybe there have been times in my life where I've set up little prayer corners in my house where I sit and pray and meditate with a candle and music playing and all. So many different ways you can meditate. And I hope that this video has helped you come up with some ideas if you've struggled with meditation, or if you've wanted to learn how to change your meditation, take it to a deeper level. I hope this helped. Please leave a comment in the section and let me know what you think. If you meditate, if you don't, if you would do the 5 and 5, if you've tried the 5 and 5, definitely please leave a comment. Let me know and let me know how it works for you. I like that a lot. And of course, always please like and subscribe if you want to. It lets YouTube know who to send these videos to, and it helps the channel, helps us meet new people. So I really do appreciate that. And of course, as always, I'm grateful for each and every one of you all, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thanks.